All right, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Family Morning Transformation with yours truly, DMPSpeaks. We had some technical difficulties. Let's just keep going. Let's keep pushing. I hope that you're welcomed in this session that is this morning. I hope that you all are feeling well. I hope that you're doing well. My name is David M. Pinkston, but I go by the name of DMP Speaks. I am a speaker. I'm a board certified Christian counselor and a personal family coach, a personal development coach for families. And I am excited to be in front of you today. So again, I apologize for the technical difficulties. Whatever's going on with my back, we're just going to leave it in the past and we're going to move forward for it today. So again, we're going to try this topic once again. The topic is your teen needs more emotional support. Now, your teen needs more support than you really even understand. They really need you to be there because they are trying to figure out who they are, who they are to society, who they are to their friends, other family members, and you. They're trying to figure out life at an early age. They're trying to find who they are in development and social media because these are the days that we live in, right? Um, One of the biggest things that I just feel when it comes to a lot of kids' emotional support is that they're gathering information on the web, on the internet. And a lot of times they are saying, well, this is my character because they're finding it in social media. They're finding it there. They're finding their identity a lot of times on the internet. And I'm taking my time saying this. They're finding their identity in the internet, on the internet. But we have to teach them who they are in our homes. They need an emotional support. They're already, like I said, already trying to find who they are, right? And if they're getting rejected, or they're not doing well in school, or they didn't do well in their sport, or whatever activity they're involved in, and they feel rejected outside of the home, and if they're feeling rejected inside of the home, they don't have the emotional support that is needed, that is necessary for them to develop the right way. It is so important to give our kids that emotional support when they don't feel secure in themselves. A lot of our teens and young adults, they don't fully feel secure in who they are because a lot of times we're not affirming them. We're not reminding them who they are. So they're going to find their identity again, social media, their friends. They got to wear a particular item of clothing. They got to rock these kind of sneakers. They have to be a part of something. If they don't have that in the home, if they don't have that emotional support, so when they do fall, you help them, not just physically, of course, but mentally and emotionally. We have to show our teens because they already deal with so much pressures. I mean, imagine you're feeling pressure by your sexual identity, you're feeling pressure at school, you're feeling pressure to socialize, and then while you're socializing, you got to find out what group. Let's just be honest. What group do I associate with? Who's going to accept me more? Where is my comfortability going to come from? And again, A lot of kids, a lot of teens have been rejected constantly. And it's not always by verbal, it could be nonverbal. It could be bullying. It could be whatever it is to make them feel that they're not worth it. Our job as parents and guardians is to give them the emotional support more than what they're asking for. A lot of our teens got a lot of questions about life, and they should, especially between 16, I would say 15, I would say even 14, but I would say 15 to 18. Our kids need us more, as my pastor said this about his own kids. He said, my kids, my sons need me more now than they need me when they were younger. And I have to 1,000% agree. Our kids need us more now at their older age, the teen and young adult age and stage. They needed us when they were younger because we were able to instill in them principles. Now they got to apply those principles. Now they have to go into the real world and find their identity, find their footing. And they don't have you as an emotional support. I'm not just talking about financial. That's wonderful. If you have the financial funds, that's wonderful. I'm talking about the emotional support that they need to be able to adapt to this new world that they are engaging in more and more and more and more. This is why I love working with teens and young adults, because you have an opportunity to instill in them so many valuable principles that's going to help them grow, and not grow awkwardly, but to grow efficiently. Does that make sense? Our children really need us to give them the keys to life. Now, I used to listen to this song, don't judge me. The key to life: money, power, respect. But I feel, yes, money, power, influence, and being respectful or being respected. But I believe it's more than just money, power, and respect. I believe it's fortitude, it's character, it's integrity, it's initiative, it's prioritizing your life on what's really important to you. It is vital that our teens understand that. And they need that emotional push. Y'all hear what I'm saying? They need that emotional push to push them past their limitations and what they say about themselves. You'll be surprised of what your children, your teen, young adult, what they say about themselves. Do you understand that a lot of kids don't really even like themselves? Do you understand there is a lot of young people, young teens, that don't even think of themselves highly at all, in high regard, because their emotional senses, their emotional thoughts about themselves are very negative because they have so many pressures coming at them. We need to give them the emotional support that they need every single day. We got to let them know and remind them that you are great, that you are a valuable piece to this family. You bring this family so much joy, so much peace. We got to remember that. Does that make sense? We got to remember that we owe them so much more than the mighty dollar. We got to give them that support, that push to engage in this life, to engage with others. We have to, we have to give that to them. Because if they don't have that, then what? then what do they have? We have to make sure that we are giving that to them in every aspect of their lives. We have to make sure that in their hearts, they are secure, in their minds, that they are secure. And if they're not, it is our job and it's our duty to give them what they need. I look at my son and I said, man, very handsome young man, does well in school, football player. That's all great. But I text him every morning, whether he texts me or not, because I want to make sure that he knows that I care for him. He's a valuable piece to this family. He does bring us joy, and I'm proud of him. Whether he scores the touchdown or he makes the defensive tackle, that's great. Or he changes his mind and he wants to do something else. Because it's all about telling him, I'm there. I want you to be secure in yourself, young man. I want you to love yourself as you are. Yes, make strides to improve your life. Excuse me, I have allergies. But I want you to be emotionally stable so that when disappointment comes, because it's going to come, that you don't crack under pressure. I'm going to, we got it back for a moment. There is somebody that is struggling. There's a parent that's struggling with their kid because they're trying to do it on their own. They're trying to figure out things on their own. And you've been trying to figure out, you've read the books on family conflict. You've read books on how to improve your relationship with your teen or young adult, right? You've done the therapy, right? You've had the conversations, but something is still not clicking. And you care about your family. You want to see your family do well. You want your team. You want to be closer to your team. But there is something that you must do. And the thing that you must do is continue to do that, but you need extra help. You need an additional resource, somebody that is there that cares about your family just as much as you do. So I'm talking to the parents and the guardians. I'm telling you, I'm reminding you, I am here to help you and your family draw closer together. Have an unbreakable bond that you might not have had before. A communication that you have never had before, a relationship that you have never had before. So